It's a great day. I said it's a great day. So I need to hear some excitement out of you grads. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to stand on your feet, up like popcorn, pop, pop. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to repeat after me. It's a great day. I made it. Not yet. Have a seat. As I take some time here just for a moment and do just a bit of housekeeping. The NAACP gives a proud shout out to Kent State University for allowing me to come and share in this great and momentous occasion. Dean Seacrest and the entire faculty and everyone that played a part in making this possible, my hat's off to you. And grads, I'd like to say I had an opportunity to look behind the scenes and see what was going on to make this happen. And all of the work that's been put in for you to celebrate on this day, you got to rise again, up on your feet, and you got to give this great faculty and staff a hand like you've never given a hand before. As I finish housekeeping, you may be seated. I'm honored to have Ms. Cressida McDaniel, Don Henderson, Christopher Henderson, and my grandson, Jaquan Gamble, to cheer me on. And as I get at the moment at hand, I promise I won't be long. As Dean Seacrest said, I'm a pastor. And sometimes pastors get a bad rap because they generally go on and on and on. But I had a great mentor, and he would always say, you never make people glad twice. In other words, glad that you got up and glad you sat down. So, as we get ready to take care of business, it's glad to be back home. KSU is home for me. And the time that I spent on the campus and learning all the things that helped me even in my role today as the president of the Stark County NAACP. So just a few words about NAACP. In case you're not familiar with the NAACP, it is the oldest and the baddest organization / institution in the world. Its goal is always about equality. Its goal is about harmony. Its goal is to rally around those who have been disfranchised. Oftentimes I get asked, what does the acronym mean? It means National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Now watch this. Everybody here is a person of color. And so we have to sometimes clarify that NAACP is not just about black, it's about people of color. Anyone who has been disfranchised and marginalized. The NAACP is about it. We've been around since 1903. And when I look at the history, some call it an organization, I call it an institution. Your time, grads, is now. You're not the next generation. You're now. You are world changers, game changers, and the world needs you now. So you don't have time to sit down on your laurels. You don't have time to believe that you've already made it. We've come through a terrible time. Pandemic globally has challenged the face of humanity. We are looking to a generation of game changers. And those game changers, they look like you. Your time is not in the future. You're not the next generation. You are now. You are game changers, and the world needs you now. Although it's been this pandemic, for you it's been a stellar year. You see, even though we've navigated through the waves of pandemic and struggling now trying to embrace social change, but more needs to be done. And during this time of a great movement, we need your thoughts, your experiences, your time, your talent. Think about this journey, the experiences that you've had, the relationships that you have made. Those relationships are to strengthen you, to give you more resources and tools. If you want to know something about me, I believe I can change the world. Is there anybody with me? Do I have any world changers with me? And I want to caution you as I wrap this up. Success, don't allow it to blind you. Don't let your GPA define you. Success sometimes can cause you to be lazy. It can cause you to be dormant and not reach your maximum potential in life. Success, it's a barrier sometimes, because once you have reached that pinnacle, you believe you have accomplished and achieved something. But I have to let you know that the potential that you have is greater than who you think you are. Potential, maximize potential. It's what you haven't used yet. And so in order to get there, you've got to push, and somebody's got to pull. Don't get tired of striving to do good. Be not weary in your well-doing. In due season, we'll see the evidence of your hard work. We'll see the evidence of your love and your care and how it can shape and change the world. You are now and not tomorrow. You need to lead now and not tomorrow. Let it vibrate through your mind that you're a game changer. Let you walk the floor in the middle of the night seeking ways to make a difference. You can do it. I believe you can. Anybody else in here believe that they can do it? Give them a hand. Today, Kent State University at Stark is handing you a baton. And it's your responsibility to take it and roll across the finish line. When I think about my days in high school, running in the relay, it was an incumbent upon me, those on the team, to learn how to build up your speed and to learn how to place the baton in the next person's hand. And you do it so that they don't break momentum. And you do it so that they trust you. Kent State University at Stark has handed you a baton. They trust you and believe in you. Run the race to win. Run with the win at your back, with the future ahead of you, and declare this day, I'm here to change the world. I want to wrap up by saying, 2 weeks before I got the invitation to come, I'm an avid reader, and I pulled a book off of my shelf, and it's by Miles Monroe. He's no longer with us. He and his wife perished in a plane crash some years ago. But the book says, you are more than you realize. And the title of the book is Uncover Your Potential. And Dr. Monroe said that the richest place on the face of the earth is the graveyard. And he said because so many have taken their untapped potential and their ability to change a world in which they live in, they've taken it with them to the grave. I want to tell you that the gifts and the talents you have in you, they don't belong to you. They belong to the world. Don't you dare go to the grave with somebody else's stuff. Did you hear me? It doesn't belong to you. Your gifts, your time, your talent. Use it to change the world. Don't take those gifts with you to the grave. It's the most selfish act you could ever commit. You are more than you realize. Thank you.